as the game went on?
Very pleased. You know, we talked about it all week long. And today, even before the game, we just talked about how we respond as an offense and then each position group. But, man, that's the name of the game, right? That's the name of the game for football. It's the name of the game for life is, you know, just being able to respond to whatever happens. And so he did that. He did a lot of good things, a lot to clean up, but just really proud for him as far as how he responded.
You know what the narrative is going to be, though, that it still was, a little over 300 yards, a little bit of a slog at times. How do you convince people this is going to be different than last year?
This definitely going to be different. There is no question. Number one, we're healthy. You know, we had a lot of guys that played and made some plays, so we're going to gain confidence from that. And like you said, we had some hiccups in the first half and even into the third quarter. I mean, you take 2 plays away in the first half, we're scoring more points, and we just shot ourselves in the foot. Whether it was a bad snap or DJ didn't catch it, on that first third down, we stopped ourselves. Then we're going in to score, and then we had the fumble, obviously, that we got to get cleaned up. That would have been points right there, And so, a little bit of a sluggish start, like you said, but, man, we just needed to settle in. Right? We've all watched some football games this past weekend, and, that first game, that's always tough to be, hitting on all cylinders. So the key now is for us to respond from what happened today and gain confidence from, coming back in that second half and doing some really good things. I mean, when we came back in the middle of the third quarter, we started putting some drives together, and we finished drives, and that's what we were looking for, So really proud of the guys overall as far as how they responded, like I said earlier, and just especially in that second half, settled in.
What's exciting is Cade got to get out there a little bit at the end. Just your thoughts on the drive that he obviously completed his first touchdown, and then also GJ's response to Cade's touchdown I thought was really unique and special as well. So just your thoughts.
Yeah, well, Cade, it was great to get Cade out there, and I was hoping to get him out there at some point for sure. That's what I told him, and then I didn't know when exactly, but we definitely wanted to get him out there to get some experience, and because he's done nothing but improve, and it didn't surprise me one bit when he went in there, and we didn't skip a beat at all. He did some good things, was very accurate, made some big plays, and that's what you want in a guy that can come from high school and be first game of the season and just be able to make those plays. So excited about that. That's going to boost his confidence, all right? And then, just like you said, the reaction with DJ. I mean, they're all really tight in my room, and I take pride in that, man. These guys really pull for each other. It doesn't matter who's out there, all right? They're all pulling for each other to get better.
Brandon, a lot of design runs for DJ tonight. Was that opponent specific to what Tech was showing you guys, or is that something you want to implement more as part of the offense?
Yeah, well, we knew DJ, he's got a skill set that's really good as a runner. And he lost some weight, he got quicker, and he got faster, and he got stronger. And it's something that, anytime you can run the quarterback, then you're going to be able to, pick up an extra hat, pick up an extra blocker in the run game. And so we knew going in that we wanted to definitely get him going, and I think that helps a quarterback too. You don't want to overdo it, but at the same time, man, it gets him going. You get his pads hit a couple times, sometimes he can get you going a little bit quicker with everything else, all the other jobs. So it was a mixture of both. I mean, it was something that we felt like we could do against the defense that we're going against, and then I just wanted to get him going on the right foot, especially as a runner, and not just being back in the pocket the whole time.
How do you go ahead, Will?
Were you a little surprised that you only averaged 3 yards a carry tonight? A little surprised you didn't have more success?
Yeah, I felt like we would have had more, but we'll have to go watch the film and see what happened. There was a couple miscues, and that's something else that I want to talk about. Is just some of the communication wasn't clean, whether it be coaches to players or from the sideline to the field. We got to get that cleaned up. A lot of first game issues that you don't want to have in the first game, but hey, we got to work to improve on them. And so, yeah, that's just something that we're going to look at and see where it didn't go our way sometimes in the run game, because I know we can run the football, and we're going to be able to run the football. We got some tough, hard-nosed guys that are blocking and tough, hard-nosed guys that are running it too.
Brandon, let's go back just a little bit. When you first come on board here and talk about Colt Stout and his struggles and the things that you simplified in the bowl game against Oklahoma that seemed to settle him down. Was there anything in the offseason you done with DJ compared to what you saw last year, the struggles he had up until what we saw tonight, even though there were some struggles?
Yeah.
Was there anything in the offseason that you was able to work with him on to help simplify and settle him down?
Well, you kind of said it with the word simplify, and you know, that's what we really want to do on offense, and especially with a quarterback that needs to build his confidence. And you know, everything I talk about with that room is to try to simplify, don't overcomplicate it, and that allows you to play fast and not try to do too much. And so we've been having those conversations a good bit, and you know, similar conversations I have with Cole. There's no doubt about it. Cole Stout, when I first got here, you know, we just made it simple and let him go play. You know, and I think you saw that in DJ today. We got plenty to clean up. There's no doubt about it, but he continued to just play. And he continued to show us that he's got some playmaking ability, and he did that both with his legs and with his arm. So just building that confidence, you know, having some higher percentage throws, you know, that type of thing, just to get him going.
How do you balance using DJ as a runner with maybe his exposing him, maybe to using him more, and to further injury, things like that, possibly?
Yeah, I think it depends on who you're playing and what type of defense you're playing. It really does, you know. And like I said earlier, I mean, I think first off, you know, we're going to run the quarterback. How much just depends on the game plan, depends on who we're playing. Yeah. And it depends on who the runner is and what type of runs we're doing. And so we're always going to run the quarterback. And last year we got away from that a little bit. And so, you know, there's no doubt we're going to do that. And our guys know that. And they know going into it that there's going to be plenty of quarterback runs, whether it's design runs or zone read or whatever the case is. And then they're going to have to make plays. It was great to see DJ on the one touchdown pass to Bo Collins. You know, he made a play with his legs. You know, he got out of the pocket and made a play, you know, and those are the things that we didn't see as much last year. And so I'm just ready to move on from last year, to be honest with you. We're in a different spot right now.
I know that this is a hard thing to compare, but is this team faster than last year's team?
Yeah, I think we are. There's no doubt. I think we're stronger and faster and more experienced. So you take those three things, and we're going to gain a lot of confidence from it, and we're going to be more successful. So, yeah, no doubt. I mean, you start with my quarterbacks, you know, all my quarterbacks are faster, you know, no doubt about it. We got some new guys in the quarterback room now, and they're fast, athletic guys, you know. So there's no doubt that speed element, you know, plays a part of the success.
And then the healthier guys, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. The size and the health of guys. You know, just being able to roll guys in at receiver, and it feels great to do that. And we got some guys, we got young guys that are contributing, you know, and that's exciting to have and exciting to see.
Was the run game production a little disappointing at times?
Well, yeah, I just, you know, heard the stat about it not being quite up to par of what we expected, you know. So we'll have to look at the film and kind of see what went wrong there. You know, there was a couple of times we had some miscommunication. And you know, playing a defense that you really don't know what they're going to do, you know, so that there was going to be a lot of communication that had to happen up front and, you know, everywhere really. And so we'll see where the breakdowns were and kind of go from there. But I'm not concerned because I know we can run the football. We got unbelievable offensive linemen that are tough and nasty and gritty and great running backs. So that's not going to be an issue at all. We've got to make the corrections.
What are some of your first blush thoughts on the offensive line?
What's that?
What are some of your first blush thoughts on the offensive line?
Yeah, it's hard before I see the film, but I'll tell you, those drives that we had, those long drives that we had in that second half, really, I think we had one or two in the first half too that were longer drives. We didn't finish the drive, all right. But that second half, man, having the grit to go on those plays. I think it was a 12-play drive and a 9 or 10-play drive, and just being able to build off of that stuff, it's going to gain confidence in those guys in front. You know, and I thought that, you know, thought DJ had decent time. There was a couple times I felt like he could have got rid of the ball a little quicker. We'll see the film again. But, man, we got the skill set, we got the toughness, and we got the guys in high character. We got guys up front that are going to be great. So I'm just excited about seeing them improve. That's what I challenged them just now in the locker room, the whole offense. It's just, hey, the best ones find ways to get better each and every week. And, man, we got to see improvement from this first week to the second week. We don't even have a week. We got 4 days. So it's time to make the corrections quick and learn from it.
I guess ideally you would sub a little sooner on the offensive line.
What's that?
You would sub a little sooner in the game.
I think it just depends on the game, you know. Yes and no. I mean, those guys that have earned the right to start, man, they got to get into a rhythm too. You know, so it's kind of a mixture of, there's other guys that might deserve to play too. So it just kind of depends on how the flow of the game is going. And what we need to do is whether we, let them continue to play and work out the kinks, or hey, say let's get another guy or two in there to get rolling. So that's the things we got to decide as a staff as the game goes.
Blake Miller, how was
What's that?
Blake Miller.
Yeah, I really don't know until we get out there and watch the film. I think he might have had one or two communication mistakes, but I know he's tough. I know he's smart. And, that was the first game, so I know he did some good things, and there's going to be plenty of things to clean up too. But I'm just excited about getting that first start under his belt because, like I said, we're going to learn a lot from that.
So you understand how fans are, social media is. They see Cade come in, he's electric. Chris goes down the field, and they're going to be like, okay, this guy's in a competition with DJ. So how do you address that for the people that are like, he's going to push him, he's going to, do you get Cade more looks now?
Yeah, no, good question. I mean, like I said earlier, I was very proud of Cade coming in, cold off the bench and executing, doing a really, really good job of that. And so it was kind of exactly what we wanted. We wanted to be able to play DJ a good bit, go through, that first couple quarters and really do a good job there. And I think DJ really can build from some confidence right there. And there's no doubt that Cade's going to continue to improve, and so will DJ. And so, DJ's our starting quarterback. If that's what you're asking. He's our starting quarterback. Cade's going to play. So it's fun to watch both of those guys compete.
What are your thoughts on after that fumble, just the offense able to kind of get their feet back under them and just play really well, especially in that second half?
Yeah, first and foremost, we got to take care of the ball better. Especially it's kind of a punch in the gut when you drive down the field and you put the ball on the ground, and that's obviously something that we got to get better at. But being able to respond is the second piece, and responding to that and not going into a big time lull and just being able to get back out there and go and keep giving these guys opportunities. They're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna turn the ball over. It's gonna happen. So how do you respond from that? Is the biggest question, and I think our guys did a great job of doing that.
And then we all obviously respect your opinion of seeing more behind the scenes. But when people ask about the quarterback competition, what are you seeing that you say like DJ can do X, Y, and Z, and that's why he is our starter? Or is it just experience, that kind of stuff?
I mean, it's a mixture of a lot of things. I mean, DJ has been an unbelievable leader on this team. All right, he's done a great job of earning the right to be the starter. The way he practices, the way he carries himself, all right, the way he's got grit and nastiness, and just finds a way. Those are things that you can't coach that all the time. And so I think it's very important to understand that, man, our program's built around earning it. It's built around earning it, and there is no question in my mind. All right, no matter what y'all think, DJ has earned the right to be the guy, and he did some good things that he didn't do last year. And so when you look at improvement, that's what you got to do. And again, I'll kind of bring back, you look at all the games that happened throughout this weekend, holy cow, talk about mistakes and just things you got to improve on for every team. And that's the first game. Not that you want that, but that's just part of it, man, being the first game. And so just challenging him, hey, he's going to go back, and he did some things too. He came off the sideline. And one time when EJ, he had the throw to the end zone, EJ left it inside just a little bit. And he said, Coach, I freaking missed that ball right there. I missed it by 2 feet, and he threw some really nice balls that we didn't make plays at receiver that we could have made, And so I'm excited where he is right now. I'm excited where this offense is. Again, plenty to clean up, but, I'm excited where Cade is. That's awesome what he did. It's awesome. And them cheering each other on and just continuing to build each other up.
You mentioned some of the receivers maybe not making the plays. One guy who absolutely did when you needed it was Antonio. What did you kind of see from him, and what kind of a weapon can he be in that role?
Man, Antonio has shown a ton of great things in preseason camp. and it showed out there today. You know, that kid's got poise. All right, he doesn't. You know, he just went out there and it's just smooth. You know, he's just a smooth guy. Makes all the catches, and then he's a guy that can make yards after the catch and make it look really, really good. You know, and so excited about his progress, especially as a young freshman that just got here in the summer. I mean, to learn the offense and be able to do what he can do, it's been very impressive.
Does this offense have a go-to receiver right now, or is that something you guys still?
You know
looking
what?
for?
I mean, the good thing about it is we can spread it around. You know, I mean, we really feel good about a bunch of guys that you saw get catches tonight and get in on the playing field. I mean, they've all earned that right to go out there, and so I don't know the exact stats of who all got what catches, but I know we had a bunch of guys get some catches, and so that is going to do nothing but boost their confidence and just allow us to spread the ball around, you know, and so that's important.
Some of those
Last question, guys.
Some of those drops disappointing there in the second half.
Yeah, anytime you miss a throw, you miss a block, you miss a drop. I mean, yeah, that's something that you'd like to take back and get back. But again, guys are going to make mistakes. I mean, guys are going to respond and make mistakes, and so we're just looking for growth now as we move forward.
All right, appreciate it, Brandon.
Yep.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, guys.